Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one, so today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details.
Let's begin by examining the insights provided by our first reviewer.
This reviewer received this monitor surprisingly quickly, exceeding delivery expectations. The packaging was in excellent condition, a positive initial sign. The monitor arrived with both VGA and HDMI cables included, along with a power brick that remained cool to the touch even during extended use, suggesting efficient power management. Aesthetically, the monitor boasts an impressively thin bezel, nearly frameless, a significant upgrade from a previously owned monitor. There was a minor initial issue with one edge of the screen panel, but it was easily remedied with gentle pressure. The monitor itself is remarkably lightweight, easily manageable with one hand. Setup was straightforward, connecting the power, HDMI cable, and then plugging it in. The joystick-style power button on the back proved intuitive and easier to use than the multi-button controls found on other monitors. On a Windows 10 Pro system, the monitor worked flawlessly out of the box. While the reviewer initially set it to a 75 Hz refresh rate, this was later found to be problematic following system updates. Attempts to restore this refresh rate using both the monitor's manufacturer's website and software were unsuccessful. Despite this, the text clarity was exceptional, even beneficial for aging eyes. The monitor's built-in eye protection features, specifically the low blue light setting, proved effective without negatively impacting the display's quality. Adjusting text sharpness within the Windows settings further enhanced readability. A minor inconvenience involved the monitor initially being selected as the default audio output device, despite lacking speakers. This was easily rectified by changing the audio settings back to the computer's integrated sound. Overall, despite the refresh rate issue, this monitor offers excellent image quality, ease of use, and a pleasing design.
Excellent. Let's find out what our next reviewer has to share about their experience.
This reviewer initially purchased a lower resolution monitor, but returned it due to several issues. The picture quality, while acceptable, suffered from poor viewing angles and excessive red saturation. Furthermore, the unit arrived with noticeable blemishes and imperfections, leading to suspicions that it might have been a refurbished product repackaged as new. Dissatisfied, the reviewer opted for a higher resolution model, a significant upgrade. The difference in clarity and image quality between the two monitors was immediately apparent. The higher resolution model boasted vastly improved viewing angles and rich, vibrant colors. Despite initial concerns about the screen size being too small for the higher resolution, the reviewer found that Windows scaling effectively addressed this. Setting the scaling to 200% resulted in text and icons appearing similar in size to the lower resolution monitor but with significantly enhanced clarity and sharpness. This improvement greatly reduced eye strain. Even when gaming at a lower resolution, the image quality remained acceptable, with any potential blurring being unnoticeable. Minor adjustments to DPI settings were necessary for a few applications, but this process was quick and straightforward. However, the reviewer did encounter a common issue with this type of monitor, IPS glow. A second unit was returned due to excessive glow and bleeding in the corners. This second unit also exhibited scratches and blemishes, despite appearing to be unopened. This reinforced the reviewer's concern about the potential for refurbished units being sold as new. Ultimately, the reviewer decided to keep the first higher resolution monitor, as its screen quality was superior to the others received. Despite some initial setbacks, the reviewer ultimately found this monitor to be a worthwhile purchase after finding a unit with a sufficiently good screen.
Great! Now let's see what our next reviewer has to say about their experience.
This reviewer, a professional digital artist heavily reliant on accurate color reproduction in Photoshop, recently purchased this monitor after their previous one malfunctioned. Facing budgetary constraints, they needed an affordable option with acceptable color accuracy, settling for a decent level until they could afford a higher-end model. This particular monitor stood out as the only wide gamut option within their price range, prompting them to take a chance. Their initial impression is overwhelmingly positive. The color accuracy, while not perfect, is remarkably impressive for a budget monitor. The screen itself is pleasing, with brightness and contrast levels well suited to their professional work. After switching the color profile to sRGB mode, their artwork's color rendition has been consistent and accurate. While they haven't yet tested its gaming capabilities, they anticipate it would perform adequately for most single-player titles, though potentially experiencing frame rate drops in multiplayer games. This is not a concern for them personally, as they don't engage in online gaming. Setup was straightforward, and the monitor's calibration was satisfactory out of the box, requiring minimal adjustment. Although VESA compatible, mounting this monitor will partially obstruct the ports, a consideration for potential buyers. However, the reviewer had no intention of mounting it, so this wasn't a drawback for them. Overall, they wholeheartedly recommend this monitor to anyone seeking an affordable wide-gamut IPS display. While long-term durability remains untested, the reviewer expresses confidence given the relatively low cost and the inherent risk of failure present in all monitors. The initial performance and value have solidified their satisfaction with this purchase.